Ever feel like your money vanishes faster than you can keep track of? Today, we're diving into 20 practical tips to reduce spending, help you save more, and still enjoy life. These aren't about cutting out everything you love. They're about making smarter choices. Let's get started. First up, tip number 1. Track your spending. If you don't know where your money is going, you can't control it. Start writing down every expense for at least a month. It's an eye-opener. Tip number 2. Avoid impulse buys. The 24-hour rule is a lifesaver. See something you want? Wait a day before buying it. Most of the time, you'll realize you don't actually need it. Tip 3. Cook at home. Eating out is one of the biggest money drains. Meal prepping for the week can save you hundreds, and it's healthier too. Tip 4. Use cashback or rewards apps. These apps let you save money on purchases you're already making. A little effort goes a long way. Tip 5. Cancel unused subscriptions. Take a close look at your bank statements and cut out subscriptions you rarely use, like streaming services or unused memberships. Tip 6. Shop with a list. When you shop with a plan, you're less likely to buy things you don't need. Tip 7. Limit takeout and coffee runs. Making your own coffee or packing lunches can add up to significant savings. Tip 8. Optimize your grocery shopping. Buying staples like rice, pasta, or cleaning supplies in bulk can save money in the long run. Tip 9. Negotiate your bills. Call up your service providers and ask for better rates or promotions. You'd be surprised how often it works. Tip 10. Limit electricity and water usage. Small changes like unplugging devices or taking shorter showers can cut down your utility bills. Tip 11. Plan errands efficiently. Combine multiple errands into one trip to save on fuel or transport costs. Tip 12. Stick to free or low-cost entertainment. Parks, local events, and free museums are great ways to have fun without breaking the bank. Tip 13. Use coupons and promo codes. Always search for discounts before making a purchase. It's free money. Tip 14. Reduce grocery waste. Plan meals around what's already in your pantry to avoid tossing unused food. Tip 15. Set spending limits. Use budgeting apps to set caps on your discretionary spending, like shopping or dining out. Tip 16. Share costs. Split expenses for things like subscriptions, memberships, or bulk purchases with friends or family. Tip 17. DIY household repairs. Learning to fix small things yourself can save a lot on repair bills. Tip 18. Use public transport or carpool. Cutting back on driving saves on gas, parking, and maintenance costs. Tip 19. Avoid name brand items. Generic or store brands are often just as good as name brands, but cost less. Finally, tip 20. Schedule regular budget reviews. Check your budget weekly or monthly to stay on track and make adjustments as needed. So there you have it. 20 practical ways to cut back on spending without sacrificing too much. Let's hear some thoughts on these tips.
That's a solid list. I like that these tips are realistic and don't involve drastic lifestyle changes. For example, tracking spending. It's such a small thing, but makes a huge difference once you see where your money is going. The 24-hour rule for impulse buying is something I swear by. It's funny how many things feel unnecessary after just one day. I also appreciate the focus on practical tips like meal prepping and negotiating bills. So many people overlook how much they can save by just asking for better rates. One thing I'd add is that it's okay to start small. You don't have to implement all 20 tips at once. Even picking 2 or 3 can make a noticeable difference. What I really like is the balance here. It's not about deprivation, it's about being smarter with your money. For example, cutting back on takeout doesn't mean you never treat yourself. It just means being intentional. Overall, these tips are about giving people control over their finances, and that's something everyone can benefit from.
Couldn't agree more. Small changes lead to big results. Which tip stood out to you the most? Let us know. We'd love to hear how you're saving money. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow and share it with someone who could use these tips. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.